All right, so now let's go from one Kim to another, and let's talk about Miss Zolciak. Since we were talking about that Kim, the previous Kim, Kim Kardashian, and Kim Zolciak, and since we gonna sit up here and talk about plastic surgery, let's get into it. So Kim Zolciak, I believe her and her daughter Brielle recently appeared on Botched. Brielle told me that she got injectables in her lips and got her eyes done, like the Botox or fillers or whatever under her eyes at like 18. And I'm saying, like, sis, your body is not fully finished developing. And y'all are out here injecting stuff in y'all face. And you wonder why you're not even 30 yet, but you out here looking like a 65-year-old housewife. And I'm not talking about a regular housewife from like back in the day. I'm talking about a housewife over on Bravo. So I did not understand why Miss Mamas was out here along with her, with her own actual mother, looking crazy, looking all plasticized. So the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum broke down every time she went under the knife or the needle on Botch Presents Plastic Surgery Rewind. She broke down her procedures in a confessional Wednesday, telling viewers, "I've done my boobs a few times, and then I had a tummy tuck. I did have filler in my lips. I do Botox all the time." The former Bravo celebrity, who's 40, she says she's 47, but she look older with all that stuff in her face. She said also listed a neck surgery for a herniated disc and a non-surgical skin tightening treatment, all therapy for her jaw. The reality star notably did not mention her laser vaginal rejuvenation surgery she made headlines for in 2023, nor the filler in her ears for supporting heavy diamond earrings. Yeah, because I remember the vaginal rejuvenation, because remember, once upon a time, not that long ago, well, they did tell you the date. She did say that I think that it was the rejuvenation that she wound up getting was due to, I think it was free actually, that it was like a free promotion where they went and basically gave her a free rejuvenation in exchange for her to sit out there and promote it. And I think a lot of times when it's not just her, but I do think that when when you have a huge platform, like you're on being on reality TV and stuff, you are a perfect candidate for some of these people to actually go in and reveal, like let you like promote their thing in exchange for free work. And if that's the case, yeah, it's definitely showing. Because look at the before and after. It's like, you know, my thing is this, if you want to go and get things done because you don't like how you look in certain situations, I have no problem with that. Because I even said, like, if I was to when I get to a certain point, maybe when I turn 50 or 55 or whatever the case is, and I start noticing things are sagging and I got crow's feet and all kinds of other stuff going on in my face, I would get things nipped and tucked. I wouldn't be out here looking crazy like a blowfish. But if you want to get like a little Restylane, if you want to get a little, Botox, or, I would do like underwork. I wouldn't overdo it. Like, do a little bit as possible. And if you feel like you want to add a little something extra because it don't look like it's showing doing what it needs to do, then you add more. Sometimes I feel like y'all just go over the top, and then you feel like, oh, it's gonna absorb eventually. But then you hear these people that go on Botched, and then they talk about, well, it's still like stuff going on in my face, and I'm starting to feel I got a little paralysis, which clearly is what, when you get all the injectables, it is paralyzing cells in your face. So if I want to get a little something done, like, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what they always say? I mean, isn't it the old saying where they say, like, you're not ugly, you're just broke? So it's not that y'all are out here busted. It's just the fact that you just don't have the funds to be out here looking, what you need to be looking like. And I'm starting to notice a lot of black girls, especially some of y'all over there in the Housewives of Atlanta, is starting to get these things done to y'all face. And it's like, with all that melanin y'all got in y'all skin, there's no reason why you should be out here looking crazy. Literally looking like the back of a baboon's asshole with all that stuff y'all putting in y'all face. So let me continue with what she said. Now, this is the part, this sentence rubbed me the wrong way. She said, I sacrificed my body for 6 incredible humans, so I did a mommy makeover. Just because you're a mom doesn't mean you need to let yourself go. I will agree with that. However, I don't like the fact that she said, I sacrificed my body for 6 incredible humans. Bitch, you decided to spread your legs for Croy's Peen and decided to let him put 4 children up in your body. Plus, you had the 2 previous ones, Brielle and Ariana, who have also had work done. When you having them put injectables in their lips and all this other stuff, it's like, no, slow your roll. Why is it that? See, this is another problem too. A lot of you white women, Y'all can't stand being around black folks, but y'all want a lot of our features. It's like y'all always want the rhythm, but not the blues that come with it. So y'all want to go around with the big overinflated lips out here looking like a poor man's Bratz doll and thinking it's cute because that's the thing that everybody's doing in Hollywood now, from the Kardashians to a lot of those, those Persian women out in LA. Because when I lived down in LA, I would see a lot of them Persian women that would have them similar looks. And she said, my mom always said growing up, if I had really big ears or a really big nose that bothered me or whatever it may have been, she would have fixed it. I've always kind of said the same thing to my girls, which I do believe of her admitting this. This is why you had Brielle going on, the house, not the house, when she went on Botched and was talking about that in so many ways. Her mother basically put her up to, oh, excuse me. Her mother went and basically put her up to. Did I ever actually have that picture, Bria? I don't think I put her up in here because I wanted y'all to see what she. Oh yeah, I do got it. Because I was like, where she was basically talking about like her mother, basically, I guess, pushed her into. What did she say? Hold on, let me pull up that stuff. She said basically her mother's influenced her to get like the injection. So yeah, when you are a mother and you're telling your kids that if you got a part of yourself that you don't like and it's bothering you, go ahead and fix it. And when you saying it to your children, that's putting a lot of those insecurities and stuff, I feel like, in them looking at their face. And then she's out here like one side of her face is paralyzed because of all the injections you put in your face. Like there's no reason why you in your 20s and you're putting, or even your teens, and you're putting filler in your face. You already have enough fat that's in your face as it is. You don't have wrinkles when you're 20 or 22, unless you've been out here chain smoking since you was 12 or something. I could understand if your skin was looking a little ragged. But for the most part, there's no reason why y'all should be putting that stuff in your face, because you're looking at these older women, you thinking it makes you look good. And it's like, it doesn't. What all that filler and stuff does to you when you're in your 20s is it makes you look older. Wait until you're about Kim Zolciak age, which she's like on the later side of 40, pushing 50. I can understand then you would want to put all that in your face. Not when you 20, not when you 18. So yeah, here's what Brielle said, since we talking about her. She basically, because she pointed the finger at her mother and discussed her history of dramatic cosmetic procedures. Now, in a clip from Botch Presents Plastic Surgery Rewind, the 28-year-old daughter of, child, do she look 28 to y'all, of Kim Zolciak said that it was her mother who took her to her very first lip filler appointment. Brielle said that after Kim, whose other daughter Ariana claimed had been stealing her teen modeling earnings with her estranged husband Croy Bierman, would take her to her own cosmetic procedure appointments and speak openly of all her touch-ups in front of her children, which influenced her own attitude towards abundant dermal filler use. I guess that dermal filler use, I guess that's what they call it. Now, while speaking to the plastic surgeon Terry Dubrow, Dr. Terry Dubrow, if you want to be specific, not the Depo baby, y'all are so shady over there at Daily Mail, who revealed a rapidly reversed desire to dissolve her lip filler at the start of 2020, admitted that she wanted to reverse the effects of her numerous filler procedures, including deposits around her cheekbones that she thought were overly plump and asymmetrical. She also shared the shocking confession that getting filler injections became so common to her that it was like getting a Diet Coke, saying, I had just turned 18 when I got my lips done. I graduated high school, and the second I graduated, my mom took me to LA and I got my lips done by the doctor, and everybody was getting their lips done at the time. Funny enough, regular people, whenever their kids graduate and they do good on their grades, they get them like a car, they get them like stuff like that. I'm gonna take you to the surgeon, have them, fix a flat in your damn lips because, we were born without them. So now we got to go out here and we got to get those African features. So she said, no, it's like, let get in the chair, let's go. And then it's funny how Kim was like, oh, well, I told her not to get the injections under the eyes and this and the other. And it's like, but when you boasting and you chirping in your child's ear about your own insecurities and plastic surgery, when you're introducing them, you have to realize that, young people are impressionable. and their frontal lobes haven't fully developed. So when they're out here seeing their mother getting all this work done, and she's talking about her surgeries and bringing all those elements, and you probably not even realizing it because I don't know, I wasn't there. I don't know if it was even on camera if she ever said it. But when you're around your child and you're bringing up stuff about, oh, well, Brielle, you need to get this fixed, and your ears are too big. If you're making like off the cuff comments, which is playing into your children's insecurity, because a lot of times parents will do that too, where they'll bring up, certain things, and kids will feel insecure about their, parts of their body or whatever the case is. And so at a young age, they're going and get work done, and you out here looking crazy. Now, in a cut to a separate talking head style interview, Dubrow cautions providers to be wary of using filler on young patients as the substance, not the substance. I mean, I was going to say, because I was thinking of the substance with what the hell's on that? With Demi Moore. So yeah, it said which is often used to erase the visible signs of aging, can instead make young patients look prematurely old. Now, according to the Cleveland Clinic, fillers tend to be tends to be synthetic or naturally occurring substances that are injected to smooth out lines and plump skin, particularly around the mouth, eyes, or even nose. Fat from the patient's body can even be removed and then injected into their faces to create a fuller appearance in the chosen spot. Well, maybe Madonna should have did that and had that injected in her ass instead of getting them damn pads or them butt implants or whatever that she got. Now her ass is all messed up, because I think that had something to do with her sepsis. But anyway, so they said, although Brielle has expressed disappointment about her overly plump lips multiple times in recent years, it was filler under the eyes, around the cheekbones, that seemed to trouble her the most. Kim claimed in an interview with Dubrow in the same clip that she had counseled her oldest daughter to steer clear of under-eye filler, despite having allegedly played a role in normalizing other filler procedures for her. So yeah, what she thought, oh, I told she can get everything else done, but don't do it under the eyes. I'm like, sis, you already implanted in your child that she needs to be getting fillers so that way she could feel good about herself. And so she's probably in the mirror nitpicking at her face and getting things that she shouldn't be getting. And then she was just like, don't do it. But sometimes these kids gotta figure it out on their own. Oh, you must be you gotta be like a class act to be around. Kim is a hot ass mess. This bitch spent more time putting Fix-A-Flat in her damn face than actually figuring out how she gonna feed them other little ass kids instead of having Ariana take care of all, her and them damn children. Because remember that story came out too, that Kim basically had her own, she's asking Ariana for money to help take care of the 4 kids she got, but didn't want to talk about the alleged what was it? She didn't want to talk about the alleged gambling problems that Kim has. But anyway, child, look, we gotta protect Candy Burber's daughter. What's her name? Riley? Don't you hang around them old clear children and putting all that mess in their face, because you better not be the next one to do it. You don't need them, you don't need to be putting all that Fix-A-Flat in your face. So anyway, I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story in regards to what Bria had to say, where she pointed the finger at her mother? That's why I said, she got to be mother of the year the way she's been doing it. First of all, you depend on your youngest child, to take care of you because you ain't got no money. Instead, you get up off your ass and figure out what reality show you need to be getting on so you get some money to take care of you and them children. And then you got both your kids out here doing all kinds of crazy nips and tucks of their damn face that they don't need. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. Let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.